Welcome to Live or Die Agency Run. This is the episode 6. Right. What I did, quit my job, went almost broke without a lot of savings, and I went all in starting my marketing agency. It's good to know that if you're younger and you don't know what you're doing, I already had an agency for almost a year. I know a lot about marketing and stuff like that, so I have that confidence to risk it. But if you are starting, I don't advise doing that. I did that first time, and after watching like Iman Gaji's course, and what I did is I spent all of my $5,000 saving. I went all in. That failed. I went in debt. I lost my car. I never paid my loan to the bank, and it kind of. No, I cannot, like, if I get employed inside of my country, that's not freelancing or something like that, the bank is gonna take like 70% of my salary. But you know what? Uh, all of that is good. All of that is pressure. All of that is what I'm going to talk about today. Since today, I was doing nothing. Uh, what I want to talk about first is this lecture from Charlie that I was just blown away from the mindset module. Because for me, discipline was just like go all in and beat yourself up until you can, you just don't fall apart. And I was training physically like that all the time. When I was running, sometimes I was running twice a day for 12 kilometers. The next morning, I couldn't wake up. I couldn't stand on my feet. Like, uh, my legs hurt so much, and I went to run. And I was crying because of the pain for the first like 10 minutes until my like legs get warmed up and it was bearable. But I was that guy. Like, I watch like Dragon Ball Z. Like, these guys are training 24/7 on 200% times gravity and stuff like that, and I thought that's the way. But this was the pure, how Charlie says, paradigm shift I had in watching this video, and I was blown away by this. Probably the best. I know, I don't want to compare, each video is good. And today I just felt like low energy, and I just felt doing almost nothing, and I enjoyed myself. I had a good week, and I just enjoyed myself. Okay, I did my meditation, I did my reading, I went to my training. I made a good meal, and I was just chilling. And yeah, I was working for 1 hour something with the leads. Tomorrow, because tomorrow I have a big day. Me and my partner need to do a strategy for a new client that we get, and we're gonna spend a lot of time. And I need to be kind of, I need to be rest. I need to be, I don't want to be fatigued and like going into creating a strategy, that can make you know, it's huge, man. If we make it, we are gonna get a lot of money out of that, and the agency gonna start rolling. And I need that because, for example, right now I cannot afford Calendly and Zoom subscriptions. I mean, I can for a month or two, but I don't want to because that's saved for food and bills. And because of that, I got a lot of no shows because the reminders are not ticking. I'm and like max meeting time is 40 minutes. I cannot go beyond that, and it sucks, man. Like, it's, and I cannot wait, to make the whole system, to make like thank you page with my video talking like thank you guys, we did this and that, this is the results. So that will improve the show rate, that they see that we are really like determined and like serious about what we are saying. And that's why did my rest today. I was supposed to do that tomorrow. I wanted to work all day long today. But no, I just switched it because my energy, I just needed the rest today, and I'm gonna do work tomorrow, And that was it. And I will talk about something that might have a huge value, especially for younger people. But just let's go through the tracker. For some reason, I slept. I had a bad sleep last night. I went on time and everything, but I was just not sleeping well. It took me a lot of time to get sleep. And this percent was right. But then the cold shower just woke me up and I was good. Maybe that's the part why I'm feeling tired today. So tonight I'm gonna sleep well. I had a good meal. I usually what I do is I eat, as I said, I eat eggs and fish and some walnuts often. And the second meal is like 500 grams of, let's say, chicken breast or pig heart or the cow heart, something like that, with 500 grams of vegetables. And I just cook that in water and that's it. That's the second meal, like lunch, and the previous one is breakfast. Gym, I did very very nice leg day training today. Uh, I'm gonna have like my legs gonna hurt tomorrow, and Monday I'm running again. Meditation was nice. Reading was nice. I'm reading some Robert Kiyosaki book, but not the first one. He has few books because that's the only one left on my shelf that's not that I didn't read. Impulse was okay, Even though I told myself I watched some football games, but from my bed, I was not even paying attention a lot to that. I was just chilling. No calls, formation book tracking, everything was on spot. I worked for an hour, but I was not tracking. So what I wanted to talk to first of all, thank you for you guys in the community that supporting me and like writing the comments below, and I'm happy to talk to you. And I already had a few decent conversations and one on Zoom as well, and it's this feels more real when we communicate between each other, and I'm happy to see that you guys are winning as well. I'm not a jealous guy, I'm really jealous type of a guy, like, hey, this guy's winning and I'm not, And when I see wins, man, I'm just happy, like, if it's a 15-year-old kid and I'm, 20 years, older than him, it's good for him, man. Like, I wish I was like that, but, I'm happy for you guys. So, happy when you reach out, when you comment, when you ask me for a Zoom or, it's good. And I'm happy to help if I can, and I'm always happy to ask for help because, that's how we improve. So, I want to talk about something that happened to me that changed my life forever, for good. When I was finishing my high school, I think with this I can watch it directly in the eye, in the camera. I don't have habit to watch straight to camera, but I'll try to. So when I was finishing my high school, and now I'm having problems watching the camera. It's confusing me, man. It's distracting me. When I was finishing high school, I was depressed like never in my life. And you're all gonna relate to this because you're here in the academy. Back then, I was like finishing my high school and I was like, man, now I can go to work or to uni and then to work and then to find a girlfriend and then we get married and then we have kids and I just live that boring life until I get, retired and then I probably die soon. And I was like, I don't want to do this, man. Like, what? This is not fun. This is like, no, I'm not gonna live that life. And even though I was not thinking like killing myself at all. I was thinking like go for like few years, like just pack my stuff in a backpack and like go by foot visiting Europe with my 200 euros that I have saved back then. That was my idea. And some friend was telling me, I told him, and he was like, "Yeah, man, let's go together." Blah, 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 blah. And I was waiting for him, and he was just, he was just talking crap. He never had intention like I did, the real intention. And then what happened while I was waiting for him? I had a lot of friends. We were having fun and stuff like that, and we were playing a football soccer league. We won it. I was training in the best handball club in the city as well. It was amazing. I found a job. I had like a very, very hot girlfriend. Everything was like, great, but I was depressed like never in my life. Like, I was just like, I was the. That was, and this everything I got was like, let's say maybe 3 years after I graduated high school. I went to uni. I bailed after 3 weeks. I was playing video games and having fun, and after like 3 years, my life was in order, and I was depressed. Like that was the worst part of my life, and of course, because I didn't want that, like that classic life, And of course, that girlfriend dumped me after like a month and a half. And what happened after that was amazing. I remember I was lying in my bed for 3 days, listening to one song. And it looked from the outside that I was suffering from breakup. And my sister was joking with me always, like sometimes after that, years after that, she would caught me like listening to music in my bed, and she was like, "Hey, did you break up again? Are you in depression?" And I was laughing like never. But back then, I was literally 3 days in my bed, lying, listening to the same song, just going to the kitchen to eat and to toilet. That's it. And what I was doing, I was in I was living my life inside of my head and thinking how I have died. And now I'm a ghost, and I'm going and I'm looking how people react to my death. And I was living life after my death for 3 years. And it was so fucking emotional. Like, hey, my sister is crying, this guy's crying, this guy's saying this guy, and in like so many different variations. And like, I died like maybe 1,000 of times that for in those 3 days in my head over and over again. And I felt that in a way that, okay, I died. So when I die, my previous life doesn't matter for me because I'm dead, and I won't know that I was alive, or everything just vanished like I was never alive in my head. Not for the other people, like if you write a book so they can read your book when you're dead. No, but for my body and my mind, when I die, it's over. It shuts down like it was not, like it never happened. And I was like, so what the hell am I stressing out in the life when it's gonna shut down and it's not going to mean anything? And I decided that I'm just gonna from that moment I'm gonna have fun. I'm not gonna care about anything in my life. Just gonna do what I want. Don't care. Fuck off everyone. No stress. I'm gonna live how I want, and that's it. And that was the moment I became probably the happiest person ever, by far. And the only like codex, or however you want to say it, I said myself, I'm gonna kill myself only if I got like immobile, I lose my eye, my arm, or something like that. I don't want to live like an immobile person. But beside that, I don't care. And when you start living like that, you You don't feel anxious anymore, by the way. But your actions start producing consequences, and since you don't care about them, that's what's gonna happen. You face a lot of consequences, but also you see that a lot of stuff doesn't have consequences. Like when someone wants to scare you with something, and you're like, okay, they do nothing. Like I was having a small cafe during COVID, and I was the I live in a city of like 500,000 people, and during one period I was the only cafe that worked after 8 p.m. And like that cafe police was coming. I was laughing at them. I was wearing Sharingan, lenses to laugh. I was playing. They were saying I will get fines. I will get that. I will get. Everyone was trying to scare me and everyone else with these fucking rules, and I didn't care. I was inviting consequences, and nothing happens ever. And when you play a game like that, so that's freedom, man. And I'm telling you this because if you're scared all the time, and if you are anxious, if you're stressing about the fucking call of if you're stressing about if a guy is going to show up or not, if you're that affect your business so much, man. You just don't you don't need to. I mean you care, but you don't. I don't know how to explain this because I have two no shows yesterday from the people I thought they will show, and I don't care, man. I will call them until they show up because I'm at that stage that I don't have enough money to just pick people, cherry pick. So I'm gonna call them until they ghost me or they show up. No stress, man. I'm gonna die in like I don't know 100 years. that and stressing about a no show is not who cares, man. So I'm saying you this because I know and I heard that, and probably most of the successful people will tell you that one of the parts being successful is that stress management, because shit will happen when you have a big company. Shit happen every fucking day, and you don't bitch about it, man. You just resolve the problem. you know and that. And I'm not bitching about no shows. I just know what I have to do. Okay, get the first client, however I can, to pay me at least, I don't know, $300, so I can set up all of the tools I need. Thank you page with my video on it. Calendly that sets reminders. I'm gonna call them for reminders, text reminders, mail reminders, every fucking thing I'm gonna make. But without money, I'm kind of stuck. And I'm not bitching about it. I know that that's going first thing I'm gonna do when I get money. Uh, but I can stress out, and that can affect me, and that will ruin my whole next cold calling week or something. That's why I'm saying, try to kill yourself in your head for 1,000 times. Get over it emotionally. Like just really die 1,000 times. So you don't care about anything else, because you will get that like emotional clarity about life, about everything, about to just become easier. Cheat code, really. That doesn't mean you have to be like, let's now talk about the lecture 6 polarity paradoxes. You don't need to be an imbecile. Like, I mean, I was at first, but if you don't care, it doesn't mean that you're an imbecile who just do whatever he wants. But like, don't care with the right actions. That's probably how I see it now. That's that's the code to make it. Oh, this video was a little bit longer. Yesterday I tried to put the link to join Imperium Academy, but it's asking me to verify my, I know what, man, my ID, and to make a selfie of myself. And And since I'm doing these videos late tonight, when I'm like exhausted, I was like lazy. I didn't want to do that, to spend time on that. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. So I can put the link for everyone that wants to join the Imperium Academy uh, down below. But for now, that's not it. So that's it for this video. And I wanted to show you this dying thing in your head over and over again because it helps. At least it helped me. And you guys from the Academy, you're the best. Thank you for watching this. If you did all of these 20 minutes, I appreciate it. But also I'm happy if this, what I was talking today, can help you. Because I think it really can help me when I was 20, 1, 2, and remember 21. I hope it can help you a little bit so you know. Just that's a pathway to be emotionally stable. So that's it for today. If you're already inside Imperium Academy watching this, thank you for your support. Keep it up. I believe in you. Put comments down as usual so we can talk a little bit. And I'll see you in the next one, guys. Have a wonderful rest of the day. Bye-bye.